So let's start and let's see how we can crack this paper. Paper is tough. 2024 paper was bit easier. I hope all of you have gone through that paper. CSAT? Nahi? Nahi? Dekha paper? Right. So before that, 23 was very tough, and they genuinely, play mind games in terms that 2023 aptitude and reasoning was very tough. So most of the students shifted to reading comprehension as their choice, that we are going to attempt reading comprehension. 24 aptitude was ठीक ठाक. I don't say it was not tough, it was good. Compared to 23, 24 was easier, but English was very tough. And people who thought that we are going to conquer the paper with English, they succumbed. I can tell you there are students who were so good in maths and reasoning, they also attempted English, because that phobia was there ki no, we have to do well in English, and they were not able to clear. 23, 10% of the people were able to clear CSAT, and 24, I think 17 to 18% people are able to clear this paper, though it's a qualifying paper with 1/3 qualifying marks. So it is not easy. First of all, please come. Secondly, there is a myth with UPSC aspirants that you guys generally follow that same kind of routine where you realize that GS में तुम लोग notes बनाओगे, right? And at the end you would go and revise those notes. Same thing 90% of the students do with CSAT also. Notes बनाओगे, classes attend करोगे, you get recorded classes, so obviously you can see the recording again. CSAT cannot be done like that. This is the first class, and I'm very clear about one aspect. CSAT cannot be done with notes making. You are weak in maths. A lot of people would come to me and they would say, sir, I am very weak in mathematics. First of all, CSAT has nothing to do with maths. Frankly, even I know so many engineers from IITs, those who could not clear 23 paper could not clear 24 paper. So first important aspect, it has nothing to do with maths. ठीक है? देखो एक simple सा logic ध्यान में रखो कि there is no advantage to anyone. Had it been they wanted mathematician, why would I be here? I would be an officer. I am a mathematician by profession, isn't it? So it has nothing to do with mathematics at all. Aptitude is one tool which judges your IQ and your critical thinking. As an officer, you have to have IQ and you have to have critical thinking. Reason is that you would be in a situation where critical thinking would save the day for you and for government also. Agreed? So they invented this tool. If you think of Google, if you think of Microsoft, if you think of Amazon, everyone is taking aptitude as an entrance test. So government of India is no less, isn't it? So पहला चीज़ है ये लड़ाई जो है ना यार CSAT क्यों है, उसका रीज़न है. It is there because yes, they want good officers जिनकी critical thinking अच्छी हो. दूसरी चीज़, मैथ्स का कोई लेना देना नहीं, मैं बहुत क्लियरली तुम्हें बता रहा हूँ. There is nothing to do with mathematics at all, right? देखिए 25 क्वेश्चंस तो डायरेक्टली रीडिंग कॉम्प्रिहेंशन के, 20 to 25 varies, right? Depends, and on an average 55 क्वेश्चंस जो है वो मेंटल एबिलिटी के. Now mental ability is something you cannot define. Sometimes they would give you number system, sometimes they would give you arithmetic, sometimes even algebra. They love permutations, combinations, probability, because they know that you guys hate it. Very simple. But the worst part was is 55 में से generally 15 questions were from reasoning. So smart people would do 15 reasoning आ जाएगा, isn't it? If you see 1/3 of 80 comes out to be 27-28 questions, right? So you say sir 15 questions तो reasoning के मैं कर लूँगा, और इधर से भी अगर मैं सोचूं so 10 इधर से कर लूँगा, right? तो सर क्या रह गया, 5 इधर से कर लूँगा, 30 questions over. That is what people used to manipulate. That is what people used to do. They never used to take coaching. Since yearly 2015-16, everyone says ho jayega. But they see, this is not a selection paper. UPSC every year, I think 5 to 7 lakh people appear. Why would they make it a toughy paper? So they started doing well. What they did, see, ये 15 आपके खत्म है, क्योंकि ये 15 पता क्या है? Data sufficiency, words, toughest reasoning. They would give you a question, statement 1, statement 2. Option number 1, the question can be solved by one of the statement but cannot be solved by another statement, right? Option number 2, the question can be solved by both the statement. Option number 3, question cannot be solved by individually the statement but combination of the statement. GMAT, GRE, CAT, ये 3 एग्जाम्स वर्ल्ड के टफेस्ट एग्जाम माने जाते हैं और उनकी सारी रीजनिंग डाटा सफिशिएंसी है. सो दे सेड बेटा ओके यू वांट टू चिल, तुम्हें ये 15 आते थे, ये 15 गॉन है till the time you do data sufficiency properly. Now what is the base of data sufficiency? Whole maths, whole reasoning. खत्म, जाओ करके दिखा दो तुम क्या करो, ठीक है. Then people said, sir, my English is very good. I am from a convent education background. English, so sir, I was very good at English. I used to score full marks in English. I know so many people, those who have done literature, MA literature. So they say, sir, this is nothing. How many of you have seen those passages, gone through those passages properly? Tell me. One guy, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So do you think this is English? It has nothing to do with English. When we do reading comprehension, there are 2 purposes of reading comprehension. First is, I want to judge your reading skills. Right? If I'm an English teacher, I want to judge your reading skills, how good you are at reading. Right? But I don't want English teachers. Isn't it gone? Second, I want to judge your vocabulary. Right? GMAT, GRE. They judge your vocab. So what we do when we prepare students for GRE, GMAT, we say, yeah, these are 3000 words. These 3000 words should be on your tips. But they have never ever asked a word meaning in your CSAT. So what is the purpose of reading comprehension then? As an officer, you would go through piles and piles of files and you would have to write a short note. Isn't it? You know that. That's the reason answer writing happens. That's the reason mains are there. That's the reason, GS1, GS2, GS3, GS4 optional are there. So that you can summarize the whole thing in a single passage, 120, 150 words. But then that passage has to be critically very good. That is the reason reading comprehension is nothing but critical reasoning. It is not English. So it is a reasoning portion. And if you have gone through the paper, the beauty of the paper is those comprehension passages, they belong to environment, they belong to economics, isn't it? Sociology, मतलब social structure क्या हो रहा है, law के passages हैं, history के passages हैं, geography के passages हैं, regular day to day तुम newspaper अगर पढ़ते हो तो you would find those passages are related to it, isn't it? And he is not asking you anything other than what is the inference, what is the critical assumption, right? So I doubt you should take English as a normal reading comprehension and watch those videos where people are actually giving you shortcuts, right? Then again, let's talk about shortcuts. UPSC, India's premium body, do not want any tricksters. If you think you can actually clear a paper by knowing the tricks, God bless you. You have not your analysis is very poor, right? I see a lot of advertisement, a lot of people claiming, batches from IITians and, shortcut tricks for conquering CSAT. It's bullshit. Paper में कुछ ऐसा आता ही नहीं. A 10th class student who is good would be able to solve that paper. Yes, very clear. Because, a 10th class student won't have that kind of a pressure that you guys have. You have pressure, isn't it? And they play upon that pressure because obviously being an IAS officer, IPS officer, if you're an IPS officer on duty and, somebody is actually shooting at you, that's pressure. That's pressure. Duty पे कोई shoot कर रहा है तुम्हें, pressure है ना? क्या करोगे? भागोगे? pressure. You should know how to handle pressure. 99% people come. 1% people are actually selected for writing the mains, frankly, isn't it? Pressure, there is a lot of pressure, sir. बारिश हो रही थी, sir. This time तो everyone was like, sir, गर्मी बहुत थी. To help, सबके लिए थी. Who cares? सर हम वो सर पेपर दे रहे थे, बाहर किसी की शादी थी, उस सेंटर में 4000 बच्चा बैठा था, उस सेंटर से 40 बच्चे सिलेक्ट हुए हैं, वो भी शादी देख रहे थे, सुन रहे थे. Agreed? Pressure. And this paper is all about handling pressure. And yes, there is a lot of talk कि सर CSAT नहीं होना चाहिए, है ना. A lot of non-mathematical background students think so, but there are huge advantages of preparing for this paper well. First of all, if you are in August and September, this is a great time to prepare for CSAT. Generally, people would come in August and September जब उनका पीछे साल वाला पेपर क्लियर नहीं हो. Youngsters, those who have come for the first time, वो तो अभी चिल मार रहा है, अरे छोड़ो यार हो जाए, ठीक है. So I understand it is a crucial time. This is one batch which would always be filled up by the experienced people, those who know अपने को करना है. Agreed? है ना? So advantage क्या है? देखो यार, देखो UPSC is big. I know so many people. Last year, one of my students cleared it in 5th attempt. 5th attempt. और पहले 4 अटेम्प्ट में GS पेपर 1 क्लियर नहीं हो रहा था. 5th attempt. So in that case, it was good. He was good at CSAT. He took up a job. He cleared that, junior paper, some SSC bank PO stuff paper. So he took up a job in insurance. So he was earning. So that pressure was not there. So he was appearing multiple times. He cleared. Genuinely, if you have worked hard for 3-4 years, ना पेपर क्लियर हो जा. मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ. उससे पहले तो इट्स अ ब्लेसिंग, राइट. तो एवरेज अगर लगा के चलो तो 3 साल तो है एवरेज. हाँ, अगर तुम फर्स्ट ईयर में आके बोलता है तो इट्स लक, शेयर लक. बट आई नो जैसे रैंक 2 है, तो ही वॉज माई स्टूडेंट, सो इट वॉज हिज फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट. बट ही वॉज नो मग, ही वॉज वर्किंग, ही वॉज स्मार्ट, he was preparing for 2 years, right? He was no mug, he was good, he was into a job, he was a classy good guy, right? So understand this, that people prepare for good 2-3 years and then they appear, all right? तो CSAT का एक एडवांटेज है, आप RBI का पेपर निकलता है, आप अपेयर कीजिए ना, आई प्रॉमिस पेपर क्लियर होगा. इफ विद फाउंडेशन में तुमने इकोनॉमिक्स अच्छे से किया हो, एक दो इकोनॉमिक्स के पेपर होते हैं, साथ में एप्टी का पेपर होता है, इसी लेवल का पेपर होता है, होगा आरबीआई का पेपर क्लियर, एसएससी बैंक पीओ का पेपर दो, क्लियर होगा. आई तो ऑलवेज इनकरेज माय स्टूडेंट्स टू अपियर फॉर अ लॉट ऑफ पेपर्स. प्रैक्टिस ना. तो तुमने शुरू किया, सपोज आज तुमने शुरू किया, 3 महीने बाद कोई पेपर है, भर दो, पेपर दो. तुम्हारा एम नहीं है तो ज्यादातर वो टेंशन मत लो, डोंट टेक एनी टेंशन, जो गो अपियर फॉर द पेपर, पेपर क्लियर हो जाए. क्योंकि हाफ द बैटल इज वन व्हेन यू डोंट हैव स्ट्रेस. So कोई भी पेपर दो, start appearing for multiple papers along with this course. So पहला एडवांटेज ये है. दूसरा, प्लीज माई रिक्वेस्ट टू ऑल ऑफ यू, डू नॉट ट्रीट इट एज ज्योग्राफी, हिस्ट्री, पॉलिटी. मैं नोट्स बनाऊंगा, आखिर में जाके पढ़ूंगा, फिर वो जनवरी, फरवरी, मार्च में फिर तुम लोग हमें तंग करते हो, सर मेरे को कुछ नहीं समझ में आ रहा है, अब मैं क्या करूं, मैंने नोट्स बना ली थे, अभी मैं रिवीजन कर रहा हूं, कर रही हूं. नहीं बनेगा, स्ट्रेस हो जाएगा. आज से ही सॉल्विंग शुरू करो, स्टार्ट सॉल्विंग. एप्टी इज सॉल्विंग. मैथ्स क्या बोलते थे, सॉल्व अ लॉट ऑफ क्वेश्चंस, राइट. दैट इज द की. इसके अलावा कोई और तरीका नहीं है जिससे आप ये पेपर क्लियर कर सकते हो, राइट. नोट्स चाहिए मार्केट में, मेरे पड़े हुए हैं, जाके उठा लो, ठीक है. तुम्हें मेरे असाइनमेंट्स चाहिए, सॉल्यूशंस चाहिए, टेलीग्राम भरा पड़ा, जाओ उठा लो, राइट. कुछ नहीं होगा जब तक क्वेश्चन सॉल्व नहीं करोगे. क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करके वापस नहीं आओगे, कोई फायदा नहीं है, फैक्ट है, राइट. फिर वो मैसेज करता है, सर वो टेलीग्राम पे मिल गया तो सॉल्यूशन भेज दो, कोई फायदा नहीं है, राइट. बैठो, पढ़ाई करो. 3 से 4 दिन क्लासेस होंगी. आई वोंट पुट अप अ पैनिक बटन, राइट. स्ट्रेस मत लो, सॉल्विंग करो. द बेस्ट पार्ट ओवर हियर इन शुभ्रा रंजन, would be that we are going to give you Zoom sessions. You please attend Zoom sessions if you have problem and get your problems sorted out. Right? That is the one thing that nobody does. आप on demand हमें बोल दो कि सर मुझे नहीं समझ में आ रहा, आप Zoom session ले लो. Wherever I am, I'll switch on that Zoom session, I'll sit with you for half an hour. After class, before class, you can come early, you can go late, you can sit with. Paper ऐसे ही clear होगा if you are weak. And I don't think you should ever say weak. It would take good 4-5 classes. I am very clear. It would take good 4-5 classes. Then you would get into it कि हाँ this is it. And मैं सबसे tough topic सबसे पहले कराता हूँ. I will do numbers. लोग नहीं कराते हैं because they understand कि tough है. But ना उसका बहुत फायदा है. Once you are good at numbers, automatically arithmetic comes out to be good. ठीक है, तो थोड़ा टाइम लगता है. It takes some time. So that's the reason I always say attend 3 classes here, then make decision. Right? Yes, we have results. A lot of people come to us, a lot of people sit with us, and a lot of students depend on us. Right? And whatever classes we are going to give, we are going to take feedback. बताओ यार क्या कोई problem है तो बताओ. ठीक है? So we are very open on that part. Either एक class जैसे ये शुरू होगा, I'll make a telegram channel कहते हैं, group कहते हैं, जो भी कहते हैं. I'll make a telegram group of you guys, so we can share the problems over here. आप हमें problem click करके भी भेजोगे. I promise we'll send you the solution. Immediately नहीं तो within an hour or two, if we are busy, stuck up, हम तुम्हें solution भेज दें. Right? So I have a team of good solvers. The best part is year after year बहुत सारे students ही जुड़ गए. तो होता क्या है कि if you form a telegram group, right? So a lot of students actually join that group. एंड तुम प्रॉब्लम भेजते हो, वो सॉल्यूशन भेजते, वो एक्सप्लेनेशन भेज देते, राइट? सो दैट इज द बिगेस्ट एडवांटेज यू हैव विद अस. बाकी यार लेट्स स्टार्ट, राइट? बाय गॉड्स ग्रेस, सिंस द इंसेप्शन ऑफ CSAT आई हैव बीन टीचिंग स्टूडेंट CSAT. सो लकीली आप लोगों ने शायद सुना भी हो, मोस्ट ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स दोज हु कम आउट आफ्टर अपेयरिंग फॉर द एग्जाम वुड से सर आपके नोट्स में से पेपर आता है. That's the best compliment I've ever received for past 4-5 years. ये हो रहा है. लास्ट ईयर हम आपको दिखा सकते हैं कि ये क्वेश्चंस हमने क्लास में किए हुए हैं और ये पेपर में आए. लास्ट टू लास्ट ईयर व्हेन द पेपर वाज वेरी टफ, the feedback of one of the student I still remember because वो there are a lot of classes on Shubhra ma'am's YouTube channel. मैंने 8-10-15 classes डाल रखी हैं so that people those who cannot afford the coaching they can go for those free classes. तो उसमें मैंने डाल रखा है नंबर सिस्टम, आई थिंक 4-5 क्लासेस हैं, परम्यूटेशन कॉम्बिनेशन डाल रखा है और डाटा सफिशिएंसी डाल रखा है, क्योंकि डाटा सफिशिएंसी कोई पढ़ाता नहीं है फ्रैंकली, पूरी मार्केट में कोई नहीं पढ़ाता ढंग से. ठीक है, तो ये 5-6 क्लासेस मैंने डाली हुई हैं. तो somebody send me a feedback कि सर I have only attended your YouTube classes on Shubhra ma'am's channel and I was able to clear that paper because 17-18 questions are directly from those 5-6 classes. So this is all we can say. We are pretty good on that part. ठीक है, but मेहनत करेंगे, right? Anything you want to ask, let me know. Or shall we start? Tell me. Shall we start, guys? Great. So, देखो, maths starts with numbers. Numbers. How numbers came into picture and how we can easily get it into a mind. Basic numbers क्या हैं उसके बारे में बात करेंगे. First is guys natural numbers. What are natural numbers? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 till infinity, right? And then you understand ये बने कैसे. How are we able to get numbers into picture? Numbers were the tools when we started settling down, right? So we needed to count. So when we needed to count, we needed something. I have 4 cows. I have 5 children. So how are you able to do it? अरे counting तो चाहिए ना. So that is the reason we started settling down and we started having certain tools. So natural number was the first tool. So now listen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But when you say 1 to infinity, that is wrong. No fractions, no decimals. I cannot say I have 1.5 children, isn't it? 3.2 kettle, isn't it? Nahi possible hai. So remember, natural numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all counting numbers, no fractions, no decimals. ये लिख लो, no fractions, no decimals. चलेगा? Deep, है ना? Right? Same है, right? So, counting शुरू हुआ, then you know, there is sudden loss. You know, क्या हुआ, flood आया, आपके पास 5 गायें थी, सब चली गई, कितनी बची? 0. But natural में तो 0 है नहीं. So, second is whole numbers, right? So, the great Indian scientist Aryabhatta, he invented 0. 0 represents nothing, right? So, there has to be representation of nothing. 0 is beautiful. You understand that? 0 is beautiful. 0 is amazing. All our life, so many times people have called us 0. You are nothing. है ना? You are nothing. Agreed. 0. But 0 is beautiful, right? All you want is more number of zeros in your salary. Agreed. कभी बोलता है I want more 9s in my salary, isn't it? अपन हमेशा ये बोलेगा all we want is more zeros in our salary, है ना? And then 0 की property देखो यार. 0 is amazing for what reason? देखो, पहला चीज, 0 is neither even nor odd. Really important, right? 0 is neither even nor odd. अभी क्या इस बार CSAT में पूछा गया है ये क्वेश्चन 0 के बारे में. So people actually think they are even, or those people are all engineers. Why? Because engineers think 2n, where n belongs to integer, isn't it? तो 0 को भी even बना देते हैं. नहीं भाई, 0 is not even. 0 is neutral, right? And then second, 0 is neither positive nor negative. Yes, that is beautiful, right? So see, very neutral. So again, more, you know, engineers, I think engineers make it positive. No, 0 is not positive. समझे? 0 ना positive है, ना negative है, ना even है, ना odd है. कुछ feeling आ रहा है? अच्छा लग रहा है ना? Then 0 cannot divide. This is brilliant, guys. 0 cannot divide, isn't it? हम लोग बोलता है the number of the form P upon Q should not be equal to 0. Why? 0 cannot divide anyone, any number, है ना? 0 cannot divide any number. And the best part, 0 when multiplied by any number gives you 0, right? So can I say this is beautiful? Why? 0 is a multiple of every number. आप लिख लीजिए, 0 is a multiple of every number. We are going to have a very deep discussion on 0 also. Agreed? So now guys, tell me, don't you think 0 is amazing? My papa so many times said, यार 0 तुमसे कुछ नहीं होने वाला है, right? So see this, neither even nor odd, neither positive nor negative. 0 cannot divide. 0 into any number is 0, which means 0 is a multiple of every number. देखो ना, neither even nor odd में हम कर दें, 0 is neither male nor female. Try to understand, 0 is God, neither male nor female, neither black nor white, and 0 cannot divide. God doesn't divide us, isn't it? God never divides us. Agreed? And 0 is a multiple of every number, which means God is contained in everyone. So आज के बाद 0 is a good number. Remember that, right? Remember the properties of 0. ये ध्यान रखना है तुम लोगों ने. Got it? So then, you know, we are settling, so when we started settling down, we needed counting, so natural, we needed zero, so whole numbers. Now what is the necessity? Next step, integers. Great. So what are integers? Yes, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, up till infinity. Agreed. Right? Again, we needed negative numbers. Why? Basically, when we started settling down, we started developing vices. I had 5 rupees, I bet 10 rupees. So what is my loss? -5. We needed negative, isn't it? That is where negativity came into picture. है ना, नेगेटिव की ज़रूरत थी. So integer means negatives. But again, guys, important part. Yes, natural, whole, integers. तीनों में no fractions. Yes, no decimals. Yes, that is important. That is the reason many a times जब तुम integer बोलते हो तो बोलते हो integer minus infinity to infinity. गलत. Integers are natural numbers, 0 and negative images of natural numbers. No fractions, no decimals. ये सबसे बड़ी गलती है अपनी, ये नोट करो. और यही बेसिक है जो तुम लोगों का वीक है, राइट? नोट करो यार, नोट करो प्लीज. चलेगा? So integers, again, this is, I always say it's a requirement. We needed these tools, है ना? So you should always understand. Now what do we require? So people started settling down. One guy who had 4 sons, now he wanted to divide his land. So division चाहिए अपने को. Division means upon, fractions, isn't it? So now we require fractions. So where does fraction come from? It is rational. Rational numbers. So what are rational numbers? Numbers of the form, yes, right, and guys, yes, P and Q should be integers because fractions can be negative. And the most important part, HCF of P and Q is 1. It's a lot of questions that come na, A, B, C belong to integers and then statements दे देता है. अब problem क्या है, तुम्हें integers ही नहीं पता. Basic problem ये, right? There was last to last year there were questions P, Q, R are prime numbers and there were a lot of questions, options. Now if you're not sure about prime numbers, how would you be able to solve it? है ना? So you should have basic clarity. So guys, now listen, why Q not equal to 0? Anything divided by 0 not defined कर लो, infinity मत बोलो, ठीक है? We never call it infinity, we said not defined. That's a better thing to say, right? Not defined, right? Second, P and Q belong to integers because fractions can be negative. फ्रैक्शंस कैन बी नेगेटिव, फ्रैक्शंस पॉजिटिव ही नहीं होता है, नेगेटिव भी होता है. सो दैट इज द रीजन P and Q शुड बिलोंग टू इंटीजर्स, राइट. एंड थर्ड, द लास्ट वन, HCF of P and Q is 1. Why? देखो, दिस इज समथिंग. हाँ बोलो 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 प्लीज. नहीं नहीं नहीं, सिंस चाइल्डहुड अपन लोग ये काम करते आ रहे हैं. देखो 5/20 लिखा, क्यों लिखते हो? जो भी कॉमन फैक्टर होते हैं ना, वी कैंसल दोज आउट, राइट. व्हाई? बिकॉज न्यूमरेटर और डिनोमिनेटर के बीच में कोई भी कॉमन फैक्टर नहीं होना चाहिए, ओनली वन इज द कॉमन फैक्टर. दैट इज द रीजन सिंस चाइल्डहुड वी हैव बीन डूइंग सो. यार कैंसिल करता रहता है, ये कैंसिल किया इससे 1/4, isn't it? Now what is the highest common factor of 1 and 4? 1. कोई और common factor नहीं. So whatsoever common factors are there, we keep on cancelling those common factors. That is the reason we say that HCF of numerator and denominator has to be 1, since we have been doing it since childhood. यार बचपन से कर रहे हैं अपन लोग ये काम, ठीक है guys? Anyone having any trouble? देखना यार, if you are doing mathematics, you know answer है 15/45. We cancel off, sir, 1/3. Why do we cancel off? Because of this definition. Highest common factor between numerator and denominator has to be 1, isn't it? इनमें कोई भी common factor होगा तो अपन cancel कर देते. They should be in their least form. That is what we used to write. They should be in their least form. Though we did not ask these questions when we were studying, है ना, अभी हम उस वक्त पूछ लेते तो better रहता. Agreed? So this is the reason. Why do we cancel off factors? Because there should not be any factor other than 1. Don't worry, अभी करेंगे what is HCF, what is LCM, उसकी भी बात करेंगे. Don't worry, ठीक है, करेंगे, सब कुछ करते. तो ये क्लियर है guys? Is it okay? मैं एक बार इसको डिफाइन कर दूं. So after rational, I just want to ask you something, right? Every integer is a rational number or every rational number is an integer? Come on. Every rational is an integer. Okay, that was statement 1, right? Every integer is a rational or every rational is an integer? Every integer is a rational. Why? Because if you pick -5 as an integer, -5 can be written as -5/1. So this is of the form P upon Q. So you may write every integer is a rational number. Every integer is a rational number. Every integer is a rational number, isn't it? And otherwise also rationals, they are fractions, and integers में तो fraction होता ही नहीं है, isn't it? तो वो तो मैंने लिखा है, I have written it that integers won't have any fractions. So now rational have fractions, so integer would be a rational. That's a very rational definition of rational numbers, है ना? 5/20 is not a rational number. Yes, you should cancel it. You say no, it is not a rational number because they have not cancelled off the common factors. 1/4 is a rational number. Very right. और ऐसा क्वेश्चन पूछता है वो. See, very basic questions they would ask. So don't worry. Anyone else? Any problem बेटा? ठीक है. So उसके बाद आता है irrational. What are irrational numbers? No. Where Q is? Come on. Yes, yes. Root of 2. She is also saying root of 5. Good, good, good. Anyone else? किसी को चाय पीना है? मैं पिला सकता हूँ. Thank you भैया. Irrational has been, Yes, we generally do not recognize irrational numbers. A lot of people would tell me that numbers that are not rational. Good definition, right definition. Not rational, irrational. And I think you would be using irrational as a word also a lot of time, isn't it? So in your friend circle, irrational is one word which is actually very relevant, है ना? Irrational मतलब क्या होता है? Yes, very right. Without logic. Without logic को हम narcissist भी बोलते हैं. Not reasonable की बात करें. The irrational is a mild word, isn't it? Narcissist is something which is not logical. No, narcissist is also a huge definition actually, isn't it? That covers a lot of aspects, है ना? So irrational means not reasonable, not very reasonable, right? So पहले तो है not rational. Second is real numbers that are not rational. ये भी एक definition है, isn't it? Then somebody said cannot be put in terms of p by q, isn't it? Somebody said that. I think you said that, है ना? That cannot be put in form of p upon q, isn't it? But again ये अपने को दिखा नहीं रहा है. Then her is also right. So root of 2, root of 3, root of 5, these are irrational numbers. Definition clear है ना? But exactly how do we recognize these numbers? Somebody said so. मुझे लगा किसी ने बोला था. वो तो एग्जाम्पल हो गया ना. Yeah, decimals that are non-recurring and non-terminating. Decimals that are non-recurring and non-terminating. Non-recurring means जो बार बार रिपीट ना हो. Non-terminating means जो खत्म ना हो. Agreed? जो खत्म ना हो. So see, I'll give you a counter example, then you would be able to understand it much better. What is this number? 0.367 bar. So this is basically 0.367676767 up till infinity. This is non-terminating. It doesn't end. This is non-terminating, but recurring. These are recurring. See 67 67 67 67 ये recur हो रहा है, बार बार आ रहा है ना? So this is not an irrational number. Any number with a bar. Now listen to me. Any number with a bar is a rational number. ठीक है, लिख लो इसको. राइट, बार वाला नंबर्स आर रैशनल नंबर्स. अभी भी करते हैं उसके बारे में भी बात. With bar is a rational number. ये दूसरा वाला बार नहीं जाएगा, तुम समझा? I don't know, things have been like, since that accident, things have been like, I just don't know. I feel so bad, so guilty, so ugly. I was there during the protests. I was there. But after that, I haven't come. And this is the first time I'm coming back after a month. I just don't know. Feels like so bad. Had I been here, I could have done something kind of a feel. And I could have jumped in. I just know I could have done that. It's just something that was so out of hand. I'm so sorry. As a teacher, as a human, as a part of this ecosystem, I don't dare even cross that, I just take a other way around and come. and I want to say I'm sorry, right? But something does not in anyone's hand, right? It's very painful. I don't think, I never felt like coming to class also. It felt so bad actually. And we live with you guys. I've been living in Old Rajendranagar for 3-4 years. We every day meet, we will meet you every day in the classes, out of classes, chai wala ke paas, pan wala ke paas. We are always there. You guys are also there. We know each other so well. It's like something has pulled out something out of you. For us as teachers, as community, I'm telling you, we just love you guys so much. It's so very painful. Yeah, I know a lot of mental blocks you might be going through, but we are also. I haven't come to Delhi, though I used to come religiously for past 4 years to Delhi every week. I come for 3-4 days and I go back home just to take classes and go back home. For a month I have not, I dare not, I don't know whether I can come or not. By a lot of courage today I arrived in Delhi after a month. Yes, I was there with you guys when you were there, but somehow everything gonna be all right, guys. Right? Don't worry. Had to happen, had to happen. Very sorry for that. Right. So, yes, bar wala number. Bar wala numbers are rational number. So, sir, irrational क्या हुआ? Irrational क्या हुआ? So, irrational, something like that, guys. देखो 0.3671152900376811532116 and goes on like that. लिख दिया, if I write something it occurs, isn't it? And if it occurs, this is your irrational number. See, it is non-terminating and there is no recurrence pattern. There is no regular recurrence pattern anywhere, isn't it? So this is a regular recurrence pattern. देखो 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7. Agreed. So this is non-terminating and non-recurring. This is your irrational number. Now you can think of why root 2 is an irrational number. When we tried finding the value, we were never able to do that, right? Because it was non-terminating. Got it? Root of 3, root of 5, root of 7, root of any prime number would be irrational, right? तुम लोग लिख सकते हो. Root of any prime number is irrational. ये छोटे छोटे पॉइंट्स ना डॉट 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 करके लिखते रहो. Right? Got it, guys? चलेगा? So, then pi. So pi is an irrational number. उसका approximate value is 22/7. इसका exact value नहीं पता है, guys. So remember, if you find the area of a circle pi r square, it's not an exact answer, it's an approximate answer. Approximate value 22/7, exact value नहीं है, ठीक है? So once we write it as 22/7, it's a rational number. Got it? Otherwise, अगर तुम check करके देखोगे तो there is no absolute value of pi till date. Clear है ये बात? चलेगा? चलिए. So irrational, rational हो गया. अभी क्या सर? बार वाला number. What about number with bars? I'm sorry. 3 to 4 times in CSAT they have asked question with bar. So they would say put this in terms of P upon Q, right? This is one question that has come multiple times. So I say this is a rational number. If this is a rational number, this can be put in form of P upon Q. So ये पेपर में 3 या 4 बार पूछो in different various forms. ठीक है? So guys कैसे करोगे? देखो नहीं यार, डायरेक्टली लिख लो 213. काइंडली राइट 213 पूरा नंबर लेगा, शॉर्टकट राइट, शॉर्टकट माइनस द नंबर जिसके ऊपर बार नहीं है -2, ऑलराइट, अपॉन जितने नंबर्स के ऊपर बार है उनके लिए 9, ऑलराइट, और जिस नंबर के ऊपर बार नहीं है उसके लिए 0, तो दिस इज 211 अपॉन 990। चेक करो कैलकुलेटर पे, चेक करो ये आएगा 0.213 बार। एक बार लिखो फिर करता हूं। डिनोमिनेटर में देख बेटा, देयर आर 2 numbers with bars, 2 9s, there is no one number with no bar, for that it is 0, so जितने नंबर के ऊपर बार है उनके लिए 9 लगा दो, जिसके ऊपर बार नहीं है उसके लिए 0 लगा दो। चलेगा, 2-3 करते हैं। इफ यू वांट अ रीजन बिहाइंड इट, सी द बेस्ट पार्ट इज दिस इज द फर्स्ट बैच, वी हैव टाइम, आई कैन गिव यू रीजन फॉर एवरीथिंग। तो मुझे बोलेगा ना सर इसका रीजन बताओ, मैं बता दूं, एंड दैट इज द रीजन फर्स्ट बैच वुड ऑलवेज बी द बेस्ट बैच, क्योंकि सेकंड बैच होगा 100 आवर्स का, व्हेन वी स्टार्ट इन अक्टूबर मे बी नवंबर, इजंट इट, वो रिसीड होता जाएगा टाइम पीरियड, ऑलराइट। सो वन मोर, लेट्स डू वन मोर। 388 बार, ये वेट, सॉरी 385 बार, देयर इज नो पॉइंट 88 को बार बार क्यों लिखना है, एक 8 लिखा या 2 8 लिखा तो वन ऑफ द सेम थिंग्स है ना। या 385 माइनस 3 अपॉन 990 चलेगा, चलेगा गाइस, राइट। 385 पूरा लिखा, -3 अपॉन 990, राइट। इफ आई से व्हाट अबाउट दिस, 7 के ऊपर बार, 197 बार, लिखो लिखो जल्दी करो, आंसर दो। यार 197 माइनस 19, राइट, -19 अपॉन 900, anyone having any trouble over here, right? So 197 माइनस 19 कितना हो जाएगा, 178 अपॉन 900, चलेगा गाइस, ऑलराइट, चलेगा, राइट। देन 0.37 बार, 37 अपॉन 99, right? So there is a number 0.37, 0.37 would be 37 by 100, but 0.37 bar is 37 by 99, which is a bigger number, 37 by 99 is a bigger number, isn't it? Because इसका denominator 99 है, इसका denominator 100 है, isn't it? So this is small things, these are the type of things they ask you in the paper, बिल्कुल छोटी छोटी चीज पूछेगा, right? देखो, see this, 2 bar plus 0.3 bar plus 0.4 bar, what would be the answer? Check that. Yes, right, 2 by 9 plus 3 by 9 plus 4 by 9, which is 9 by 9, which is 1. So bar wala numbers add up and give you an integer, right? And UPSC में क्या पूछा गया था, one time they ask you to 2019 1.23 bar, put it in form of P upon Q, tell me, you ask me, don't worry. Any problem please. 37 बार है ना, so जो नंबर लिखा पूरा अपॉन जितने नंबर्स के ऊपर बार है उसके लिए 99, ऐसा नंबर नहीं था जिसके ऊपर बार नहीं था, ठीक है। यार तुम रूल किस पे चल रहा था, रूल चल रहा था 0 पॉइंट समथिंग, ये है 1 पॉइंट समथिंग, इजंट इट? सो यू शुड राइट इट एज 1 प्लस 0.23 बार. You got it? Because our rule was working, the trick was working for 0 point something, the trick was working for 0 point something, which is 1 plus 23 by 99, which is 122 by 99. One UPSC question solved. बिल्कुल बेसिक पूछता है. And this question has been asked with permutation combination as well. With the use of permutation combination as well. So we'll do it in permutations and combinations, right? इधर देखो हो गया सबका guys? Anyone? किसी को कोई स्ट्रेस तो नहीं है, right? ऊपर वाला तो भगवान है. देखो 1 प्लस पॉइंट, देखो ना 1.23 था. द ट्रिक वाज वर्किंग फॉर 0 पॉइंट समथिंग. अगर तुम पीछे भी जाएगा देखो, हमने जितना भी कन्वर्जन किया 0 पॉइंट समथिंग पे किया, 0 पॉइंट समथिंग पे किए, राइट? अब उसने यूपीएससी में पूछ लिया 1.23 बार, तो हमने इसको इस फॉर्म में पुट इन कर दिया 1 प्लस 0.23. अब 0.23 बार के ऊपर तो वी कैन इजीली वर्क 23/99, एलसीएम लिया, आंसर आ गया. ठीक है, एक बार लिख के देख लो. यस, वी हैव टू. एंड प्लीज आस्क स्मॉल issues. This is important, right? After 5-10 classes, I'm telling you, this is my observation, how much weak you are, how much bad you were, how much struggle you have gone through. It won't be there if you keep on asking. So it's good, keep asking problems. ठीक है, रुको मत. वही पहले भी मैथ्स में यही गलती किया है तुम लोगों ने, जिसके कारण मोस्ट ऑफ यू हेटेड मैथमेटिक्स. हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू हेटेड मैथ्स? देखो कितने वो शगल नीचे करके पार्टी किया था 10th के बाद, है ना? ये विनर. I don't know. I love maths and science, and it has nothing to do with teachers actually. My teacher used to beat me up mercilessly. I'm from a village, so most of the education I've taken from village. So they had certain ways. So maths teachers were generally beaters. I don't know. There were no female maths teachers, so they used to beat. And females, they used to bring a lot of ghar ka kaam. Like, no, I was lucky. I've not beaten by a lot of female teachers. I was good. तो वो गांव में, it's a government school, so we used to do a lot of मटर छीलना. या मैंने किया है बहुत सारा. मूंगफली छीलना, एंड वी यूज्ड टू टेक प्राइड ऑन दैट. मतलब टीचर ने बोला है मूंगफली छील के लाना, राइट? इट वाज अ सेंस ऑफ बिलोंगिंग काइंड ऑफ थिंग फॉर अस, है ना? सो हमारा इरेशनल भी हो गया, रैशनल भी हो गया. द क्वेश्चंस दैट दे हैव पुट ऑन, वी आल्सो नो दैट. नाउ कम्स रियल. रियल नंबर्स आर रैशनल प्लस irrational. Real numbers are rational plus irrational, right? Or we used to say minus infinity to infinity. है ना? वो माइनस इन्फिनिटी टू इन्फिनिटी नाउ इज, और अपन बोलते हैं एनी नंबर ऑन द नंबर लाइन. तो नंबर लाइन को बनाते कैसे? एक देखो फिर से, नंबर लाइन में सबसे बड़ा नंबर कौन सा होता है? सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट 0. पहले हम बचपन से 0 बनाते, 0 बनाओ. दिस इज अ नंबर लाइन, है ना? इधर लिखते थे पॉजिटिव इंफिनिटी, इधर लिखते थे नेगेटिव इंफिनिटी. बाकी कोई नंबर मैटर ही नहीं करता था. सो एनी नंबर ऑन अ नंबर लाइन इज अ रियल नंबर. It can be 1 2 3 4, it can be fractions, it can be irrationals as well, ठीक है ना, because any number can be represented on a number line. हर नंबर लाइन पे रिप्रेजेंट हो सकता है, इवन इरेशनल भी हो सकते हैं, हम बात करेंगे उसके बारे में. क्लियर है? सो अब रियल सेंस में रियल नंबर्स की बात करें तो ध्यान से देखो, पहले लिख लो. इफ यू वांट टू राइट कैन यू राइट इट. क्यों नहीं कर सकते? मेरी मर्जी. लो कर दिया मल्टीप्लाई. आंसर क्या होगा वो आप खुद देख लो. Isn't it? अब ये क्या आ गया? सी बहुत अच्छा क्वेश्चन है. क्या बोल रहा है सर, दो इरेशनल नंबर जब भी मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे तो क्या इरेशनल होगा? अब ये आ रहा है इरेशनल. अब रैशनल भी है. इसी तरह का क्वेश्चन पूछता है वो. ब्यूटीफुल, वेरी गुड. सो यू जस्ट कैनॉट कमिट इट, इजंट इट? सो हम काउंटर एग्जांपल सोच लेते हैं. जैसे तुमने बोला, मैंने बोला यार रूट ऑफ 3 इंटू रूट ऑफ 5 इज रूट ऑफ 15. रूट ऑफ 15 इज अ irrational number, but root of 3 into root of 3 3 is a rational number. तो दोनों possibilities है. Got it? What is your name? Prince. Great यार. यही पूछ रहा है वो पेपर में. I have a whole bunch of questions. PYQs कुछ मत खरीदना, मैं तुम्हें सारे PYQ खुद दूंगा, ईयर वाइज, टॉपिक वाइज, विद सॉल्यूशन. तुमने कुछ नहीं खरीदना, ठीक है? और उसके बेस्ट पार्ट विद सॉल्यूशन पीडीएफ में दे दिए. उसकी सारी वीडियोस मैं दूंगा, मैंने सॉल्व किया. वो वीडियोस इस कोर्स के साथ तुम्हें फ्री मिलेगी. सारे के सारे 2011, 12, 13 से लेके 24 तक जितने पेपर हुए सबके मैंने वीडियो बनाए हुए हैं. एक तो है ना कि मैंने सॉल्यूशन दे दिए, बट कई बार पता क्या है, इट इज इम्पॉसिबल टू राइट अ सॉल्यूशन. तो वो पेपर में करने में मजा आता है. तो हर ईयर आफ्टर ईयर वी हैव बीन डूइंग इट ऑन. जब पेपर आता है तो करते हैं, वो तुम्हें मिल जाएगा, यू विल गेट इट. तो तुम्हें उसके प्लीज नो बुक्स टू बी परचेज्ड, ओके? डोंट वरी अबाउट बुक्स. सो क्लियर है अब ये? वेरी गुड प्रिंस. इस तरह के क्वेश्चंस वो पूछता है. लेट ए एंड बी बी टू इरेशनल नंबर्स. ए अपॉन बी इज इरेशनल ओनली. स्टेटमेंट नंबर 2, ए इंटू बी इज इरेशनल ओनली. A into B is rational. फिर वो नीचे ऑप्शन दे देता है A B C, A only, B only, है ना? This is what they do. So never assume one result to be true. Counter results मार. चलिए, great. So we are done with this. Then comes prime numbers. What are prime numbers? Number divisible by 1 and itself, isn't it? Anyone else? हाँ, हाईएस्ट कॉमन फैक्टर. अगर मैं एक नंबर की बात करूँ तो उसमें वी वोंट बी एबल टू टॉक अबाउट हाईएस्ट कॉमन फैक्टर इफ वी टॉक अबाउट ओनली पर्टिकुलर वन नंबर. चलो, तुम बोलता है प्राइम नंबर्स आर नंबर्स हैविंग divisible by 1 and by itself. 1 is divisible by 1, 1 is divisible by itself, 1 is not a prime number. You were right. Yes, best है प्रिंस. गुड अगेन. बेस्ट क्या है? तुम ये मत बोलो नंबर्स डिविजिबल बाय 1 एंड इटसेल्फ, राइट? प्राइम नंबर्स having only 2 factors. Numbers having only 2 factors. खत्म. It's better this way. numbers having only two factors, prime numbers, right? So for example, if you write a set of prime numbers 2, 3, 5, 7, all of them are prime numbers. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, 29, 31 and so on, they are all prime numbers. Only factors are, see 2 का factor क्या है 1 and 2, 3 के factors क्या है 1 and 3, 5 के factors क्या है 1 and 5, only 2 factors. Agreed? You know what are factors? ये तो पता है ना यार guys. Factors, anyone having any trouble? पता है? हाँ, multiples. Factor पता है ना? और नहीं भी पता तो पूछ लो यार. If today you ask me if your core competence is history, तुम मेरे से पूछोगे बाबर ना, मुझे नहीं पता होगा कि कब की बात कर रहे हो. मैं सत्य बता रहा हूँ. हाँ मुझे बाबर नाम पता है, बट अब कौन से ईयर की बात कर रहे हो आई डोंट नो. तो देन आई वुड आस्क यू, तो प्लीज डोंट वरी, पूछो सर फैक्टर क्या है, डरना नहीं है. ठीक है, तो सुन लो फैक्टर्स क्या है. व्हाट आर फैक्टर्स ऑफ 6? ऐसे नंबर्स जो 6 को एग्जैक्टली डिवाइड करते हैं, 1, 2, 3 एंड 6. ऑलराइट, ऐसे नंबर्स जो 6 को एग्जैक्टली डिवाइड करते हैं. ऑलराइट, सो नाउ इट इज क्लियर दैट दीज आर दोज नंबर्स जिनके सिर्फ दो ही फैक्टर होंगे. दीज नंबर्स वुड हैव ओनली 2 फैक्टर्स. चलेगा गाइस? ग्रेट. सो प्राइम नंबर्स में सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट इस सेट में क्या दिख रहा है? दिस. देयर इज ओनली वन इवन प्राइम नंबर. ए यार तुम मोबाइल मत खेलो प्लीज. हाँ, देयर इज ओनली वन इवन प्राइम नंबर. बाकी सारे ऑड है. एग्रीड? एंड ऑब्वियसली दैट्स राइट ऑल्सो. इफ देयर इज वन मोर इवन प्राइम नंबर, उसके फैक्टर्स हो जाएंगे 1, 2 एंड नंबर इटसेल्फ. तो 3 फैक्टर हो जाएंगे. नॉट पॉसिबल, बिकॉज एवरी इवन नंबर वुड हैव 2 एज अ फैक्टर. वो पॉसिबल नहीं है. ठीक है, so there is only one even prime number, remaining all prime numbers are odd. The mystery behind prime numbers is that till today we don't know the largest prime number, and also we don't know the occurrence pattern. देखो 2 का डिफरेंस, 2 का डिफरेंस, 2 का डिफरेंस, 4 का डिफरेंस, 2 का डिफरेंस, 4 का डिफरेंस, 2 का डिफरेंस, 4 का डिफरेंस, 6 का डिफरेंस, 2 का डिफरेंस. मतलब you never know. There is no pattern. And that is a very intriguing fact, right? That they don't have any pattern, but prime numbers are called DNA of mathematics, DNA of number system. Can you imagine that? How? Because every number can be put in terms of prime numbers. कैसे देखो? For example, I say every number can be put in terms of prime numbers. 48. 48 तुम लोग बचपन में नहीं करते थे यार? You remember that? 48 make antenna, 24 make antenna. You know what is antenna? Have you seen it? I don't think so. Yesteryears. तो ये करते थे ना. This step is called factorization. Factorization. And believe me, most of you used to write prime numbers over here without knowing it. And now see, 48 is written as 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 की power 4 into 3 की power 1. And imagine, ये तुम जब लिखते थे तो ये दोनों प्राइम नंबर है. देखो, so factorization करके जब तुम नंबर लिखते थे ना, you used to write it in terms of prime numbers. That is the reason prime numbers are important. And for past 5 years UPSC is asking a lot of questions on prime numbers. नोट कर लो इसको. Right? So पहला चीज, this is prime number. Factorization results in number transformed into prime numbers. आज मैं तुम्हें ज्यादा तंग नहीं करूंगा, डोंट वरी. आज हम लोग गप्पे भी मारेंगे. जैसे ओरिएंटेशन डे, 1 to 100 में 25 होते हैं, 100 to 200 में 23. मैं भेज दूंगा, I'll send it to you. We have compiled everything. I'm going to send you a 96 page booklet. It's a formula booklet. So it's a kind of every information that you require is there. You don't have to hunt for anything on for CSAT. You don't need to hunt for anything online. We are sufficient. तुम बोलो क्या चाहिए हम देंगे. तुम्हें क्लासरूम असाइनमेंट्स हैं, उसके अलावा सर एक्स्ट्रा असाइनमेंट हैं, सर एक्स्ट्रा असाइनमेंट के अलावा असाइनमेंट हैं 2 GB तक है, राइट. उसके बाद सर टेस्ट है, हर टॉपिक के 3 लेवल के टेस्ट है. ठीक है, तुम बोलो सर नंबर हो गया, पहला टेस्ट दे दो, दूसरा टेस्ट दे दो, तीसरा टेस्ट दे दो. तुम करने वाले बनो, हम बनाने वाले, मतलब बना हुआ सब कुछ. एंड दिस ईयर आई एम लॉन्चिंग अ टेस्ट सीरीज. आई हैव नॉट लॉन्च्ड इट फॉर पास्ट 2-3 years because frankly yaar, the paper level is beautiful. Frankly, you cannot gauge the level. When the paper comes na, we know what level it is and we know how tough it is. To manage 2 hours में वो question करने tough. But this year, for past 3-4 months, we have been sitting and framing. Test series बना दी, अच्छा बना, वो भी है. ठीक है. So अभी प्राइम नंबर्स क्लियर हैं अपने को गाइस. इंपॉर्टेंट क्यों है? Because every number can be put in form of prime numbers, right? And then second है composite numbers. What are composite numbers? Numbers having 3 or more factors. कर लो. नहीं प्रिंस, वो बेटर है ना. Numbers having 3 or more factors. लिख लो इसको. Numbers having 3 or more factors. So there are 2 type of numbers only, prime and composite. Now listen, हाँ ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, तुमने पूछा नहीं. सर ये प्राइम और कॉम्पोजिट कौन से नंबर्स का पार्ट है? नेचुरल नंबर्स. प्राइम, कॉम्पोजिट, इवन, ऑड, ये सब क्या होते हैं? नेचुरल नंबर्स. याद रखना, दीज आर कैटेगरीज ऑफ नेचुरल नंबर्स. इवन एंड ऑड भी नेचुरल नंबर्स होते हैं. दैट इज द रीजन 0 इज नीदर इवन नॉर ऑड. क्लियर है? बिकॉज एज इफ यू आर अ मैथ्स बैकग्राउंड स्टूडेंट, सो जनरली मैथ्स वाले बहुत कंफ्यूज होते हैं बिकॉज दे फील दैट यू नो -2 इज ऑल्सो इवन, -4 इज ऑल्सो इवन. नो, नॉट एट ऑल, राइट? नहीं. ठीक है. इवन ऑड कब होते हैं? नेचुरल नंबर्स. क्लियर है guys? Is it okay now? Composite numbers, numbers having 3 or more factors. So 48 is a composite number. 48 is a composite numbers because 1 divides 48, 2 divides 48, 3 divides 48, 4 divides 48, 6 divides 48, 8 divides 48. So sir, so many factors. It's a composite number. And every composite number would be put in terms of prime number. समझे कि नहीं? एंड देन देर इज अ थर्ड कैटेगरी. ये भूल जाते हो अपन लोग, राइट? 1 is neither prime nor composite. One is neither prime nor composite. वन, देखो यार, हम नेचुरल नंबर्स की बात कर रहे हैं, तो नेचुरल नंबर्स की कैटेगरी में प्राइम हो गया, कॉम्पोजिट हो गया. वन इज हैविंग ओनली 1 फैक्टर. सो इधर ये इसको अपन प्राइम भी नहीं बोल सकते, कॉम्पोजिट भी नहीं बोल सकते. रीजन इज 1 इज ओनली 1 फैक्टर. ठीक है, 1 इज ओनली 1 फैक्टर. दैट इज 1 स्टैंड्स फॉर यूनिटी फॉर द सेम रीजन बिकॉज इट कैनॉट बी हैविंग अ लॉट ऑफ फैक्टर्स. ओनली 1 डिवाइड्स 1. है ना? There's a lot of mathematics and philosophy, a lot of computing is derived from mathematics. You know that? Coding. If you are good at maths when you are young, you probably have a chance to be good at coding. So coding has nothing but mathematics. So anything that you do on the apps at the back end, it's all codes and they are derived from maths. राइट. सो दिस इज बेसिक नंबर सिस्टम, जिसमें कि हमने टुडे वी हैव डिस्कस्ड अबाउट कैटेगरी ऑफ नंबर्स एंड ऑल्सो वी हैव डिस्कस्ड अबाउट प्राइम एंड कॉम्पोजिट, राइट. इसके बाद हम वही बातें करते हैं. आई थिंक सफिशिएंट ऑफ मैथ्स, है ना. सो लेट्स टॉक हियर.